Stand-up paddleboarding, SUP, getting started. Stand-up paddleboarding, commonly known as SUP, is a water activity that involves standing on a large board and propelling yourself forward with a paddle. It offers a full-body workout and a unique way to enjoy the water. Here's a guide on how to get started with stand-up paddleboarding. Getting started. Select the right board. Choose a paddleboard that suits your skill level, weight, and the type of water you'll be paddling on. Beginners often start with wider and more stable boards. Choose the right paddle. Your paddle should be about 6 to 10 inches taller than you. Adjustable paddles are convenient for sharing or if you're unsure about the ideal length. Wear the right gear. Wear comfortable swimwear or athletic clothing. Consider using a personal flotation device, PFD, and a leash to ensure safety. Find a suitable location. Start in calm and flat water for your first attempts. Lakes, calm rivers, or bays are great choices. Avoid areas with strong currents or heavy boat traffic. Basic techniques. Getting on the board. Begin in shallow water. Place the board parallel to the shoreline. Straddle the board and kneel in the center. Take a few strokes on each side to get a feel for the board's stability. When you're ready, stand up 1 foot at a time, keeping your feet parallel and hip width apart. Balancing. Keep your feet parallel and centered on the board, with toes facing forward. Your stance should be shoulder width apart for stability. Engage your core to maintain balance. Paddling technique. Hold the paddle with one hand on the top handle and the other on the shaft. Use your core and torso to paddle rather than relying solely on your arms. Reach forward with the paddle, submerge it into the water, and pull it back towards the tail of the board. Switch sides with each stroke. Turning. To turn left, paddle more on the right side and vice versa. Use sweeping strokes for sharper turns. Alternatively, you can step back on the board with 1 foot to pivot. Bracing. If you feel unstable, spread your feet wider or lower your stance. Bend your knees slightly and keep your weight centered over the board. Use your paddle for support. Safety tips. Learn to fall. Falling is part of learning. Practice falling in a controlled manner away from the board, and always fall away from your paddle to avoid injury. Stay aware of your surroundings. Be mindful of other water users, potential obstacles, and changing weather conditions. Avoid crowded areas if you're a beginner. Wear a leash. Always wear a leash to keep the board attached to you. This prevents the board from drifting away in case you fall. Check the weather. Before heading out, check the weather forecast. Avoid paddleboarding in strong winds or adverse weather conditions. Know your limits. Start in calm water and progress to more challenging conditions as you gain experience. Don't attempt rough waters or strong currents as a beginner. Use sun protection. Apply sunscreen, wear a hat, and use sunglasses to protect yourself from the sun. Taking a lesson. If you're new to stand-up paddleboarding, consider taking a lesson from a certified instructor. They can provide valuable tips on technique, safety, and help you gain confidence on the water. Stand-up paddleboarding is a versatile and enjoyable activity suitable for various skill levels. Whether you're seeking a serene paddle on a lake or an adventurous ride on ocean waves, SUP offers a unique way to connect with the water and nature.